We are the pirate people. We are the pirate people. We are the pirate people. We like to party.
Hi, I'm Charlene Chamberlain for Front Row, and I don't normally dress like this every day, but today happens to be a very special day. It's Pirate Day. Most of you are familiar with Blackbeard, who was a notorious pirate who terrorized the east coast of the United States in the 1700s. And we all know the romantic Hollywood pirate, Jack Sparrow. But today I would like to introduce you to my most favorite pirate. It's Rockin' Ron, the friendly pirate, and he hails from the snowy shores of New England. Ahoy, Rockin' Ron!
Avast, Charlene, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I am marvelous. Thank you for asking.
Oh, we're so happy that you're here with us today on Front Row.
Yes, I'm glad to be here. I wouldn't. It's like the bow of the ship. I'm in the front row.
Well, that's wonderful. Rockin' Ron, something just doesn't match up. It's the words pirate and friendly in the same sentence together. Can you help me out with that?
I certainly can. So, let me explain my name, Rockin' Ron the Friendly Pirate. I am rockin' musically and rocking like I'm on a ship. I am Ron, because that's the name my mother gave me. I am friendly because I am friendly. I like to be nice to people. I don't have a sword. I don't have a knife. I roll like a pirate, but I roll real nice.
That sounds like a little rapish. Is that pirate rap?
We can maybe break that out a little bit later. And I'm a pirate. I love to be mischievous and have a few do good deeds and bad deeds. Who knows, you know?
Well, tell us a little bit about what you do as Rockin' Ron the Friendly Pirate. I know that you do go to schools and libraries and private parties and events. What can people expect?
I perform entertaining and educational pirate music for kids and kids at heart. My approach has been compared to that of Toy Story and Shrek, so I have humor in there for the adults and for the older kids.
Nice.
I like to include a lot of history and wordplay, and I sing to my acoustic guitar, and there's some dances thrown in there as well.
Well, that sounds like a really fun pirate party.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo!
So, Ron, how did this transformation actually take place? I know you're a Berkeley music grad, and you studied composition. Did you ever think in a million years that you would someday be creating or producing and performing children's music?
No. Who plans for that?
True.
You have artists like Dan Zanes, and they might be giants who maybe come to that later. But I had an interest always as a kid in ships like the one behind me. Mm-hmm. Always loved those. And I also like history. And there's a favorite song of mine called The Jolly Roger by Roger McGuinn. I just love that song. It captures the essence of being a pirate. So those things combined, being a songwriter, I started writing pirate songs. A friend of mine said, hey, you should write kids' songs. And I never thought of it that way until then, and just took off from there.
So this journey has been all over the East Coast so far?
Yes, I played as far north as Montreal, as far east as Eastport, Maine, which is actually the farthest or the easternmost point in the United States, unless you, of course, you count the Aleutian Islands, which go into the other time zones. But I played in New York City, in Boston, all over Massachusetts, and I would love to head down to the Philadelphia area. South Jersey, I would love to come down there and play too.
Wink, wink, we would love to have you down here, and we're working on that right now. So Ron, Rockin' Ron, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
What do pirates like you like to eat?
Well, if you consult my song, The Hungry Pirate, there's a few items on the menu there. Octopus oatmeal.
Ooh.
There. Barnacle biscuits. Now, most people know that barnacles are those things that stick to the bottom of the ship.
Right.
Well, they stick to your ribs, too.
Okay.
Also, there's the stinky shark fin sandwich.
That doesn't sound very appetizing.
No, you're right about that. Plankton pancakes.
Okay.
And a pail of whale tail gravy.
And I heard that there's some booty, right?
Well, some people like the pirate booty.
Right. Okay, next question.
Yes.
What's your favorite pirate movie?
Okay. All right. I've got a couple. Okay. For a kids' pirate movie, I would recommend The Muppets Treasure Island.
Very good.
For an all-time classic, I would say Captain Blood with Errol Flynn, 1936, I think. And then, the Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one.
Yeah, the very first one was great.
None of the other ones, just the first one. That's up there, yes.
Do you have an all-time favorite pirate? Other than yourself, of course.
Black Sam Bellamy.
Why Black Sam Bellamy?
Very interesting story about Black Sam Bellamy. He came from England to the United States to make his fortune. He ended up in Cape Cod, or on Cape Cod. He met this woman named Maria. He fell in love with her. To impress her, he headed south to Florida to find a sunken Spanish treasure ship. Well, everybody else knew about it too, so he was too late. So in desperation, he turned to piracy.
Oh.
Well, he got a ship. He recruited a crew from around the world. There was a man from Honduras. There was an African man from Holland. There was a man from Wales. And there was an 11-year-old boy from the island of Antigua that were on board his ship. So he had this international crew. And like many pirate ships, his ship was basically a democracy. The crew had a vote on most of the items on board the ship. Now, they ended up capturing a ship called the Wida. Now, the Wida is an anglicized version of Ouida, which is a slave town in West Africa. So this was a slave ship doing one of the worst things ever, selling human beings.
Ooh.
So they went from Europe to Africa to the Caribbean and back to Europe as part of the Triangle Trade. Well, Sam Bellamy captured one of this ship, the Wida, and it was one of the hugest treasure hauls ever. And so he heads back to New England to impress Maria and settle down and have a great life. Well, they're 300 yards off the shore of Cape Cod, and their ship sinks in a northeaster, which is a crazy storm that hits.
Wow. So are all those doubloons still down there in the ocean?
Well, some of them have been found. There was a guy named Barry Clifford who heard this story growing up, and he studied all the court transcripts. And having sailed that area all his life, he figured out where the treasure was. And he has brought a lot of the treasure up, but there's still more to be found. And one other thing I wanted to say about Black Sam Bellamy, he was known as the Prince of Pirates, or the Robin Hood of pirates. Mm-hmm. He would steal from other people, but he wouldn't necessarily hurt other people. So if he captured their ship, and he liked it, he would get on their ship, but he would give them his ship in return instead of burning their ship and throwing them overboard.
Right. Well, he sounds like a nice pirate in a little bit of an odd way.
Yeah. Yes. The story is more complex than people often think.
Well, speaking of the high seas, if you had 1 minute to pack your bag for a voyage, what 5 things would a pirate like you take?
Well, if you're going to stereotype, you'd have your hook, your peg leg, your parrot, your eye patch, and a copy of my new CD, Pirate Party.
Then let's talk about that new CD.
Shameless self-promotion.
No, and here it is. Can we get
Can I tell you a little bit about the cover?
Yeah, we're gonna get a close-up on it.
From north to south and east to west, we sail the world.
So let's talk about your new CD.
Well, very excited. This is my second CD, and the gamut ranges from contemporary pop to to gentle sea shanties, to nursery rhymes, to rock and roll. It's all over the place. Just like pirates were all over the world. So I have a wide variety of songs. I have playful songs. I have historical songs. I have a lot of fun with it. That's my main interest in songwriting. And you mentioned earlier I went to Berkeley, and that's what I went there to learn, is how to write songs.
Right. And this is filled with 20 great songs like Itsy Bitsy Pirate, Polyester Pants, Magical Mermaid Parade, Rock the Plank, Silver Long Johns, Buccaneer Bells, and more. What's your most popular song on here, Ron?
It's interesting, to make something and put it out there and think that people will like We Are the Pirate People the best. And a lot of people do, but a couple of surprise Pirate Birthday Party. I've had a lot of requests for that lately. Okay. And Polyester Pants. Here. A lot of the adults like that one as well.
Are they talking about your costume?
You think I wear that for my garb?
Maybe.
Let me tell you about the cover.
Yes, let's talk about the cover because it's very cool. It has a mermaid on it and a Spanish galleon.
I'm sorry, what was that?
A mermaid and a galleon, right?
Yes. What happened was I worked with this woman named Ashley Sikora, and she liked my first CD, but she said, I want to do your second CD.
Wait, let's have a gander at the first CD.
Okay.
Grr, give me an RRR.
And I got the title for the first CD because the joke I heard most from parents and from kids was, why couldn't the pirate get into the movie? Because it was rated R.
Right.
So to draw it out, I spelled it with 3 capital R's.
No, I love it. So how did the album cover happen on the second one?
Well, the idea was to invite people into a pirate party. And what's going to be part of the pirate party? Well, the characters and the images from my songs would be in there. So that was, you're looking through a doorway, and I'm inviting you into my party. So some of the things you'll see on there, you'll see an accordion, which is played by my mother of Pearl. And you'll see the mermaid, which you mentioned from Magical Mermaid Parade. Polly is in there from Polyester Pants.
Right.
And for those who are very attentive to detail, above the door you'll see 1717 burned into the wood.
And what does that stand for?
That is 1717 is the year that the pirate ship the Witta sunk with Black Sam Bellamy on board.
Okay.
Also, it's the 17th track on the CD.
Very creative, Ron. Let's talk about your video, too. Lights, camera, RRR. Now, I watched this, and I loved it. It was so much fun. And it looked like everybody was just having a blast.
Yeah, we filmed that at Cambridge Elementary School, and there's a historic town curtain in that building, and it's from the early 1900s, and it shows a Scottish castle and the bay, and there's a galley that's sailing in the bay. So it was a perfect backdrop. There's about 100 people came down for the filming, and we just all had fun singing and dancing.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. How can our listeners find your music and your video? Where can they go to order them?
Well, there's my website, rockinronthefriendlypirate.com.
Okay.
Pretty nifty on that title, huh?
Yeah.
The tunes are on iTunes and Amazon, Spotify, Rhapsody, all over the place. You can go to CD Baby if you want to get physical copies, and that's really the only place to get my DVD. You can check out those videos on YouTube. Friendly Pirate Ron is what you want to type in on YouTube.
Okay.
To check out all those videos.
I know that there's been a huge surge of pirate popularity over the last 7 or 8 years. I know that there are pirate fests all over the world now. I know that there's one that happens in Gasparilla, Florida. There are some in Europe. Do you ever attend any of those pirate festivals?
Well, I would love to go to the one in Florida. That happens in winter, though, and my main port of call is Smuggler's Notch Resort. So
That's
I'm
right.
busy being a pirate, and you probably didn't know, but pirates ski with 2 planks.
No kidding, really?
So I would love to attend that. People from Florida vacation at Smuggler's Notch Resort all the time, and they tell me about this great festival. But unfortunately, I am landlocked at that time.
Right.
But as I mentioned, I've been to the one in Maine, in Eastport, Maine. There's about 17,000 people that go to that festival. I'm also checking on one in the Cayman Islands that I'd love to attend.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That'd be great. So, Rockin' Ron, what's next on the agenda for Rockin' Ron, the Friendly Pirate? Do you have any appearances coming up?
Yes, I've got a couple of big festivals, the Maple Fest in St. Albans, Vermont, also the Kids Pirate Day down at the Lake Champlain Maritime Museum. Also, I'll be performing for the 4th year at the Lake Champlain Maritime Festival on the waterfront down in Burlington, Vermont, and that gets 40,000 people coming through that. So some of those big festivals, very excited about that. Also, I'll be in Bourne, Massachusetts for their Pirate Day.
Okay.
So a lot of things on the old pirate logbook.
And are those all listed on your website so our listeners can go in and see where you're going to be?
Yes.
Great. Tell me a little bit about Talk Like a Pirate Day. Did you come up with that?
No. Oh, that would be... I do talk like a pirate every day,
Well,
so
I know you
I
do.
really need to set aside a special day. There's these 2 guys, Chum Bucket and I forget the other guy's name, but I don't know, 15 or 20 years ago now, they decided to just have a goof and come up with Talk Like a Pirate Day. It was actually one of the guys' wives' birthday is on September 19th. And they started off just being silly with this, and Dave Barry, the syndicated columnist,
Yes.
Dave Barry, the syndicated columnist, picked up on it and helped popularize it. Every year, it grows in popularity. Actually, people always say to me, "Do you know about Talk Like a Pirate Day?" And I, what pirate who's not worth his sea salt wouldn't know about Talk Like a Pirate Day?
Right. Ron.
Okay, let me add one comment to that. I told you about my first CD called "Give Me an R," and the reason I did that is to distinguish it from the traditional spelling, which is ARRGH.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
With the GH being silence.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, if you see a movie like Dodgeball, that guy's the pirate in there, Pirate Steve, I believe, says "gar," and
yes.
people say "yar," but I say "r."
I say R too. How about?
Thank you.
How about? Do you have your guitar handy?
Yes.
How about we close out with a pirate shanty?
What's a pirate's favorite letter in the alphabet?
P?
R.
Oh.
What does pirates say instead of a compliment? R. How does a pirate greet the captain or first mate? R.
R.
Pirates say when they're running late.
R.
Give me an R. Gotta give me an R. Okay, that was the easy part. This is the
R part.
hard part. Okay, these are words that end with the R sound at the end of the sentence. Pirates navigate by the North
Star.
Pirates drink their grog from an old fruit.
Jar.
Pirates in a fight often get a
Scar.
Pirates like their feathers mixed with
Tar.
tar. Give me an R.
R.
Give me an R.
R.
Give me an R. Okay, that was the hard part compared to the easy part, but it's the easy part compared to the part that's harder than the hard part.
Oh, I don't know if I'm up for that.
Okay, these are words that start with the R sound and are part of a rhyme.
Oh boy. Here we go.
What's a pirate's favorite vegetable joke? Whiny blokes it must be.
Artichoke.
Where is all the pirate pinball played? Why me mates it's in a pirate
Cade.
Okay, geography for 400, Alex.
Oh, forget it.
Where are all the pirate ballerinas? Why me
Right here.
Hardy's there in
Argentina.
Okay, geography for 800. Where does a pirate always like to grab a score? Why me Hardy's, it's in Ardmore. Give it up.
Ardmore.
Give it Ard. Give it Ard. That was called ad-libbing right there. Give me an R. Give me an R. Gotta give me an R. Okay, like the French pirates. Like the French pirates, give me a silent R. Hey, how does an Italian pirate say goodbye? Arrivederci.
Bye, Ron. It's been wonderful.
Later, Char. Hey, wait a second.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that Philly bit.
Okay, let's do the Philly bit.
From the Friendly Pirate Rap.
Okay.
I do a little bit of geography here, and I got a shout out to all my friends in Philly. So
Okay, definitely do that because we have a lot of listeners in this area.
Okay. Got a lot of knots in 20,000 least. Got a sloop in a group full of pirate freaks. We're kicking it wicked in Boston town. The Hardy's Tea Party, they like to throw it down. Getting so silly with my friends in Philly, my pal Sally Star and Barnacle Billy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Ron,
you.
It's been great having you on Front Row, and I look forward to you performing down here in the Philadelphia area soon, I hope.
Yes, sign me up. Let me sign you up in my logbook.
Okay.
All right.
Ciao. Bye. This is Charlene for Front Row. Thanks for watching.
We are the pirate people. We are the pirate people. We are the pirate people. We like to party.